Jersey?
Patterson, Newark, the Oranges, Say It. Where else should I shout out? Englewood, Edgewater,
Teaneck,
Wayne, Cherry Hill.
Yeah, all that.
All of that, good morning.
iHeartRadio, Connecticut, what's happening?
Oh, and Montclair, of course.
Montclair, what up? Cedar Grove. What up, Yee?
What up, Envy?
What you do yesterday?
Yesterday is my friend Dolores had her birthday dinner, so I was out with her.
Hey, Dolores.
I was at this restaurant called Cherry that I'd never been to before.
No, popped cherry there, huh?
Yeah, I sure did. So that was my yesterday. It was cool. It was good.
Bougie spot?
It was a little bougie.
Oh, I like that.
But you would like it.
I gotta go check it out. What kind of food? Food I can't pronounce, but tastes good?
It was like a lot of seafood. You know, I don't really eat seafood.
I love seafood.
Yeah, it was a Asian type of restaurant.
Oh, I love
Japanese.
that. Oh.
Yeah, you would like it.
I gotta tell y'all about this restaurant. It's in Jersey, right? It's called Pub 199. Stop the music.
Sounds like a pub.
It might be kind of like a pub, but they have the best seafood in New Jersey, and it's cheap. I mean,
you went? Oh.
Yeah, It was after my son's baseball game. When I say amazing food is out in Jersey, when you go there, you're gonna feel a little hickish a little bit.
What part of Jersey is that?
Ah, man, I don't know. It's close to Roxbury. It's kind of far. It's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes drive.
Roxbury?
I don't know, but I went there. Listen. The food was amazing, and it wasn't expensive. It was a little hickish, like I said, a little redneckish. You go in there, and if you're not Caucasian, you might feel a little uncomfortable, but it's all right. You go sit there.
felt right at home.
I felt right at home. A lobster, a pound-and-a-half lobster with French fries or baked potato and soda was like $15. That's it, Q. A whole lobster, like the whole thing.
I don't trust cheap lobster.
No, it was amazing. They had clams. I'm not a clam eater. They had clams, lobster, They had everything. The big snow crab legs, like the big one that you can't break with your hand because it hurts your hand because it's spiked. Oh my
All right,
gosh!
it's too early to be talking about lobster.
That was I went there yesterday.
All right.
Also, shout out to my son. I was supposed to be at Perfections last night. Right when I was about to leave, he came in the room and said, "I'm sick." I said, "All right, what do you want me to do?" He was like, "I'm about to throw up."
I want to go to Perfections.
He was like, "I'm about to throw up." I said, "All right, well, go to the bathroom." He's like, "Let me lay here." I said, "All right." All over the room. All over the room. And it was one of those things, if I'd have left 5 minutes earlier, my wife would have had to clean it up.
Right.
But I had to clean it up. It was disgusting. I had to throw away the rug.
Well, that sounds super cute.
Yeah, well.
Is he all right?
I don't know if he's all right. I told him to go in his room and lay down. He should have threw up in the toilet. He'll be all right. He plays football. He'll be all right. All right, well, let's get the show cracking. We got tickets to hang out with Drake, and Wale will be joining us. All right, yes, his album's in stores right now, so we'll kick it with Wale. Don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Power 105.1 is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yow.
We got front page news coming up. Yee, what we talking about?
Oh, we are going to talk about this $1.2 million that went missing at Kennedy Airport. How could that even possibly happen?
Damn, who balling today? Somebody balling on the Wednesday.
But one of our interns works at... And she came in here with some new stuff.
She got a new Celine bag.
Hey, girl.
Okay.
Be nice to her.
All right. Also, somebody told Alex Rodriguez to shut the F up.
Forever. Shut the F up forever, A-Rod.
We'll tell you about that when we come back as well. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Let's take a quick look at Dunkin' Donuts traffic report. George Washington Bridge, if that's the bridge that you take, oh, man, it's your F this morning. 60 minutes in already. Well, that's going to be a nasty day for you. Lincoln Tunnel 5 in, Highland Tunnel 10 minutes in, and Tallahassee Bridge looks pretty good. It's Power 105.1. It's The Breakfast Club. Let's get in the front page news. Let's start off with sports. Mets lost to the White Sox 5-4. Yankees beat Texas 4-3. And Alex Rodriguez, yesterday he tweeted, visit from Dr. Kelly over the weekend, who gave me the best news, the green light to play games again.
And they tweeted him, shut the F up forever, A-Rod.
And the GM told him, you know what? When the Yankees want to announce something, we will. Alex Rodriguez should shut the up. That's
forever.
I'm going to call Alex now.
That's the best thing to put on. Just put STFUF. Shut the F up forever.
That was pretty crazy. Now let's talk about this money that was stolen from Kennedy Airport.
Yes, $1.2 million has gone missing, and that money was coming from Zurich, Switzerland, so they feel like that money was taken in an inside job at JFK. Now, mind you, there was $93 million in 3 crates on this flight, so 1.2 was missing.
Why are they shipping money?
Authorities noticed that there was a hole in one of the sides of the crates. It was a size that you could put your arm in. They opened it up and they discovered that cash was missing. The cash was in $100,000 bundles. So somebody took, 12 of those bundles.
Man, charge that to the game, man. $93 million, you missing $1 million in the .2. Who cares, man? Let some little niggas come up out here in these streets.
Well, they are actually going to go ahead and give a lie detector test to the people that have access. So all the workers that have access to
still gotta find that money,
those
though.
crates.
They got to find that money.
Listen, all the workers have to collectively come together and just be like, look, I like turtles when they take the lie detector. No matter what they ask me, just say I like turtles.
And just bust that money down.
They can't charge all of y'all.
That's right. Bust that money down. Wow. All right, now what is this thing with the IVs and a new fad?
Yeah, this is the new thing that a lot of people are doing. And you may recall back in May, we saw Rihanna with the IV in her arm. Well, that is because she's getting vitamins, B12 and other vitamins
What do
in
you
her
mean
arm.
IV? Like walking down the street with the IV?
People just can do it on their own. Sometimes people go to the doctor's office, and it's like the new in thing to do. So basically, if you're tired,
Is that the new bougie thing? I might
you're
not
trying
get
to
up
have
on
more
that.
energy, you're trying to combat your cold, stay youthful, or just look better. A lot of people are paying between $130 to $1,000 for a half an hour to an hour long session to help determine what nutrients are missing from them, and then they get an IV. And
Oh, okay.
and this all started with MLB, with Major League Baseball players, because they allegedly were doing that about 5 years ago. It allowed them to enhance their performance legally. So that's when the financial community started doing it. Now models and
We gotta go get one. It's
nightlife
like,
people.
It's like the new little
It's like the in thing.
teacup Yorkie. It's like the new teacup Yorkie. Like you walk around with an IV.
Yeah.
I remember somebody told me, oh, you drink so much Remy, you need to have an IV connected to your arm. IV or Remy. I'm like, huh?
Well, maybe you do.
No.
Well, that's front page news. Now, tell them why you're mad. If you're upset, you need to vent. 800-585-1051. Maybe somebody pissed you off or you're having a bad day. Call us right now, 800-585-1051. And don't forget, 7 a.m. Wale will be joining us. His album's in stores right now. And we'll talk to Wale at 7 a.m. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Good morning.
It's the dog, DMX. You pissed off? You mad? Call 1-800-585-1051 on the Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. Breakfast Club, bitches.
Hype man, tell them why you mad.
Yo, I'm mad because I grew up with a lot of girls that I feel like they owe me sex.
Why would they owe you sex?
Because I'm a good-looking dude, and to be honest, I'm packing the back and the Mac of the act. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? If they didn't want to have sex with you, that's on you. You must not have no game.
I know how you feel.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I messed up, and I fell a couple of them in the friend zone. And you know when you're in the friend zone, it's a wrap.
Have you invested any time, any money in any of these girls?
Sometimes, not all the time, but I feel like I'm a pretty charming dude, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said.
Oh, boy.
If you spend over $20 on them, they owe you sex.
No.
And listen, you don't have to spend no
I-
money. If you have good game, you don't got to worry about all that. And you must not have that.
Well, find some new chicks, Hype man. Have a great day, bro. Pagan, tell them why you mad, Pagan.
My mom came up into my room screaming at me because I came home late.
How old are you, Pagan?
I'm 15.
You damn right she did. All these little young boys getting killed out here. It's summertime. Of course she gonna scream at you. She want to make sure you all right.
Of course.
Why you came home late?
I was getting cutty.
There you go, Mom. You got to tell her that, though. Listen, you got to be honest with Mom. That's the only thing she might understand. She don't want to think that you running the streets like, Mom, I ain't gonna front I was banging this chick.
Yeah, I wasn't out in the streets, bro. I was just over my girl's house.
You got to let her know that. So instead of her screaming on you thinking you out selling drugs or something, like, no, Mom, I was just in some box. She will understand. Trust
No,
me.
she will not. You just take it on the chin. She will not understand.
No, she'll understand that.
Jay, tell her why you mad.
Yo, I'm mad y'all always letting that racist dude get his words off up there, man.
I'm
I
sorry.
know. You know what? That'd be Envy doing that. I tell him to hang up. He don't listen.
Everybody's entitled to express their opinion on the Breakfast Club. We
Why
don't
y'all just
discriminate.
hang up right away, man?
Because we're not hanging up on you. That wouldn't be right. Even if we don't agree with his opinion, let him express himself.
Yeah,
All right, bro. Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent. Call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1.
Dog, DMX. You pissed off? You mad? Call 1-800-585-1051 on the Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. Breakfast Club, bitches.
Larry, tell them why you mad, Larry.
Reason why I'm mad because I've got to go to Jersey now to take child support, take these letters to them after they still garnishing my checks. That's why I'm mad.
What are the letters? Letters from your baby mama or your job?
Nah, she did the good thing and took us to court and terminated it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But New York, they stopped it, but now Jersey is still got it activated because of the real.
Sheesh.
You know?
Got you.
How can a person, you know what I'm saying, survive? Especially when he's living with got his daughter, you know what I'm saying, and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. The next thing you know, you selling weed, you know what I mean? Then you getting arrested. Then you can't do nothing for nobody.
nah, I don't go that route. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather rollerblade to work before I do that.
There
know what I
you
mean?
go. That's
Have a
the
good morning,
mentality.
bro. Hakeem, tell them why you mad, Hakeem.
I'm mad because I paid for that Yeezus album and I should have got J. Cole's.
You should have, because Jesus is trash.
Don't worry. We're going to get all into that.
That's the worst album I heard in hip hop history.
But you know, some people told me they love it.
Yeah, they're saying it's a beautiful art of work.
Yeah, but those are people that are
Those
just
are called
work of art, I think.
Kanye fans.
A beautiful work of art.
fanatics.
Okay.
Those are fanatics that love Kanye West, and we're not genius because we don't understand Kanye West's genius. Those of us who don't like it.
I love Kanye, but that is really garbage.
I agree with you, bro.
D Grace, tell them why you mad, bro.
I'm mad that the Heat won the championship, yo.
You still mad
Come
about
on,
that?
Listen, it's nothing we can do about it, sir. Like, listen, just like LeBron James' hairline, it's nothing we can do about it, sir.
Hey, yo, Charlamagne, you my nigga. Word up.
Love, man. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
All right, bro. Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, you can call us at any time. Yee,
Yes.
we got rumors coming up?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why Rihanna's mad. She clapped back at a writer on her Instagram.
Okay, well, we find out at 6:50. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. It's Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yow.
We talking about Riri, huh? Let's get right into it.
Listen up.
It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club on Power 105.1.
So Riri went off on a writer named Liz Jones. Now, she writes for the Daily Mail. She used to be the editor at Marie Claire magazine. And she wrote an article about Rihanna and her bad girl ways and how she's irresponsible and she's toxic to all of her teeny bopper fans. At one point in the article, she said, I wish she'd stop infecting our high streets with her gun tattoos, her false nails and fake hair, her bogus badass shenanigans that try to portray her as real, as street, as her own person, as strong and single-minded. Well, Rihanna did respond to this, and she said on Instagram, my money got a bad habit of pissing people off. If you sincerely want to help little girls more than their own parents do, here's a toxic tip. Don't be amateur with your articles. You sound bitter. What's all this about hair and nails and costumes and tattoos? That ish ain't clever. That ish ain't journalism. That's a sad, sloppy, menopausal mess. Rihanna goes on to say, role model is not a position or title that I've ever campaigned for, so chill with that. I got my own effed up ish to work on. I'll never portray that as perfect, but for right now, it's me. Call it what you want. So she went and basically went in on her, and of course all of her fans went in on the writer as well. And she posted a picture of her.
They both have the right to express their opinion. I tend to agree with Rihanna, though.
Yeah, I mean, she's never said, I am a role model, do what I do.
Nor
she never said.
Nor she should be. Nor should she be. She's an influence, but I mean, it's not her fault. Right.
All right, Jay-Z is going to be doing a surprise concert. I guess it's not a surprise anymore. On top of the Ed Sullivan Theater, that's going to happen July 8th. They said he's very close to getting permission from the mayor's office, and if it does happen, it's going to be like a huge street party. Now, he tried to do that back in the summer of 2010, but the city did not allow that to happen because of concerns about crowd control and security. This time it probably will end up happening.
Yeah, that is an oxymoron. Take the surprise out that sentence, man. Jay-Z will be doing a concert.
All right, and Paris Jackson. We've been telling you about her deep depression and how she's trying to get help for that right now. But she's at UCLA Medical Center. She's in the psych ward. The problem they're saying is this. A lot of her depression has to do because with Facebook. And she's been being bullied on Facebook. Right now, she doesn't have access to her Facebook page, but they're very concerned that she's going to backslide if she goes back on Facebook when she gets out. So, I don't know, but you can't really keep her off of there. She probably wants to see what people are saying. People are bullying her, saying mean things. All right, and that is your Rumor Report. I'm Angela Yee.
Thank you, Miss Yee. Now, coming up next hour, Wale will be joining us. We'll get to kick it with Wale. His album's in stores today, right now, we should say. And he's on his own, right? He should be doing number one this week, right?
He definitely should be number one.
Okay, well, we'll kick it with Wale when we come back. And if you got questions for Wale, 800-585-1051. And we'll get your questions on. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Let's take a quick look at Dunkin' Donuts traffic report. George Washington Bridge, 60 minutes with the tolls with an earlier accident, 45 minutes on the lower. Lincoln Tunnel 5 in, Holland Tunnel 10 in, and Tabassy Bridge looks pretty good. It's Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Wale, he'll be joining us next hour. His album's in stores right now. It's called The Gifted. Have any of y'all heard the album yet?
Yeah, I did. I actually went to the listening session before it came out.
What you think of the album?
I loved it. I love it.
Charlamagne?
No, I haven't heard it yet. I actually bought it yesterday, but I haven't got a chance to listen. I'm gonna check it out.
All right, well,
I'm on that J. Cole and Mac Miller heavy right now, but I'm gonna check Wale out this weekend.
Okay. We'll kick it with Wale when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. It's LL. It's doing it. Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. And I think he's a official member of the morning show by now.
Yeah, he's an official member of the Breakfast Club. He's been here enough.
I told y'all I've been not special when I come in no more.
What?
Y'all looking at me like the help.
The last 3 or 4 times he's been here, he's been talking about this. Now this is finally in stores.
That's
The
right.
Gifted.
Yes, The Gifted.
Wale, ladies and gentlemen.
feel great about that.
I've been waiting to hear it. I don't like listening to leaks. I like the way
Yeah, I
the
seen
album
that you
comes
said
out.
that, and me as a writer, like I appreciate that so much more because this album I wrote it's in actual chronological order. Like if you hear it, if you close your eyes and you listen to it, you're gonna feel a part of the story.
And I also believe that everything happens for a reason. So like when you pick a release date, that's the time you're supposed to take in that music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like timing has a lot to play.
But no, I enjoy going to your listening session and hearing you introduce each song and explain, your thinking behind it.
I wish I could do that
watch
for
your
every
reaction.
person in the world.
I know. I think that actually has a huge impact.
I'm super proud of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost when I do interviews about it, almost like I don't even know what to say no more because it's like I gave it all I had on this jump.
But you have done some incredible things. I saw you and Seinfeld, actually. I saw the vlog with you and Seinfeld working in the studio together. I was amazed by that because, first of all, just at Seinfeld, he just seems so untouchable.
He's a man. He rode a bike to the joint.
How did you get Seinfeld?
And
anyway?
Secondly, I look at it like I would imagine him being like, no cameras, I can't do this,
It's different though, because I met him when I was a kid, for real. When I did the first mixtape.
The mixtape about nothing?
The first mixtape about nothing, when I had just signed with Interscope. And my manager at the time, Daniel Wiseman. Dudes like Daniel Wiseman can get stuff. You be wondering, like, how the hell did you pull this off? You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Were you nervous at first? Like,
I was real nervous, because I was just like, he white and he rich. And
He white and he rich.
He's just from another whole world. And I just kind of felt inferior a little bit, In retrospect, at that point, I didn't know why I was
it just feels like
feeling
a whole different world.
Now we have to talk about dark girls on Oprah. You talk about inferior. Men have that complex too.
Nah, you just got like it's just a dude that just like he's you watch his shows and he's so sarcastic and he's so like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you used to niggas like that popping to be kind of have like an arrogance about him. So I was expecting it, and it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But initially, I did feel kind of inferior to him. But now it's like super chill. Like, we banter, we joke around and all that other stuff.
You got his number, email?
Yeah, I got both.
Did you have to pay him? That's the key.
Man,
what is he gonna do with that? What is he gonna do with Seinfeld?
He sent him a check for $1 million. He was like, "What's this? He got bread, man. I own Zabra bread."
Now I'm convinced, Wale, that people just want to hate Wale.
Yeah,
I'm convinced. I've seen it because you're out on promo tour, so I hear other DJs, radio personalities, be like, "Oh, Wale's got an attitude, and Wale came in here with an attitude."
When? I want to know when. I've been coming in super upbeat everywhere I went, like showing love, doing drops. It's more than they need. All
buying sneakers
and just coming by just to say what's up.
Show love. Yeah. I just be trying to show love. I mean, because like you understand, like I used to carry crates for a DJ when I was young. That's how I would get into the 18 and over clubs when I was 15, 16. Like, so I respect the whole. The whole like tradition, like of like respecting the DJ, and I always make sure, even if I don't even like necessarily like mesh with a specific program director, like I make sure the DJs is good, like cause that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So that's crazy that somebody would say that, man. Like
I saw a conversation on Twitter yesterday where somebody was saying Wale makes good music, but I just don't feel it. So what else makes you feel something? If it's good, you should feel it, right?
I don't know. I'm probably one of the more polarizing people in the game right now.
I think you're in a great lane, in a great space. The music that you're making is going way past than I think anybody ever expected. I mean, when I'm hearing it on crossover stations, and my daughter's my test.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's my test. So when she hears a song and she knows who's on it, I'm like, oh, it's out of here. You know what I mean? All right, Wale is here. You want to holler at him? 800-585-1051. When we come back, we'll find out why he waited a week and didn't come out with Kanye, J. Cole, and Mac Miller. When we come back, it's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. It's Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We have Wale in the building. His album is in stores right now, The Gifted. Charlamagne?
It can't be the week of your release and you not have some drama.
I know.
They unearthed a bunch of old tweets.
Right.
And it was all these artists. Everybody had something to say about how terrible Wale is as an artist.
Like who?
Machine Gun Kelly, Danny Brown, Freddie Gibbs, Tyler the Creator. Like when you see these people now, do you shake their hand or do you be like,
You know how many records I sold compared to them? And that's not even, I'm not trying to be a jerk or nothing, but like that's why I get my piece in that. I look at bodies of work and I compare them. Like, you don't like me, cool, but like I compare what I've done compared to the people that's talking.
Because these are artists like me. I was just hating.
You pulled up Rocky Fresh, Wale is and all that.
But now he's your label mate.
But you know what? I would say this. A lot of these are really old, like 3 years old. Maybe 3 years ago they thought that and they changed their mind. Because you might have had opinions about somebody when they first came out, and then 3 years later you're like, oh, you know what?
But you know what? And I this probably might shake a little bit of things up, but like, I could feel it though. I can feel when I'm around some people that don't like me. You know, like most of them joints wasn't surprising to me, but it is what it is. Like then the nigga gonna ask you for a feature when he see you. So.
Okay, Tiara Thomas and the whole situation. She went ahead and signed to Rico Love, and that was supposed to be your artist. You know, you had said before on the Breakfast Club that you were signing her. Then I saw your girl Reese going in on her on Twitter and talking about loyalty and everything. So what ended up happening that she did not?
I understand. One thing is Reese's a grown. Reese old enough to be my mother. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell that girl what to say and what to do. They remember me spending like money to fly around, and you know they remember me going to the Joey IE who was at Warner at the time trying to get her a deal. They remember taking her to Jay. They remember me taking her to Yan Lee and Pharrell. They remember me doing all of these things. So
with no paperwork.
Yeah, you know, and me personally, I had a different code by then because I was like, you know what, you're gonna mess up the chemistry if you start throwing around paperwork now. So let's just make our music. We have an understanding. We're gonna get it done.
Is that what you did with Ross before you signed with Ross?
You know, the funny thing is, we did because I wasn't on paperwork when I did Pandemonium. I wasn't on paperwork when I did Play Your Part. Me and Meek. We could have very well. And you don't think, man. For real, when we go off here, I can tell you the list of people, artists, everything that was trying to undercut Ross and sign me, and tell me all the reasons why I shouldn't sign Ross, but. He gave me opportunity. You know
and you're loyal to that. And you said, right.
You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like, everybody wasn't raised the same. So I don't want to sound bitter. I don't want to sound like, you know, she's a small girl. Like, I don't want to sound like a bully or nothing like that. So she did what she felt was best.
Because we all thought that she was signed to you. You were like, yeah, I'm putting her out.
He was so excited when you got up here. He was like, you know, he was excited. And I haven't seen you in an excited long time.
And you actually, the only reason I knew who she was because you had her on the bad.
The thing about it with me is, I get a lot of flack for everything I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wake up to niggas saying I then wish I was dead. I don't even know these people. So I've tried to find peace in the music business, but not as the focal point. I imagine myself when I'm like 35 or something like that, like really stepping back and like helping develop artists. You know, even writing. I done wrote some stuff for some of your favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind doing that because like. It's easy to say ignore it when you're not in that hot seat. When you wake up and you hear this, you can say Wale sensitive is under, but deep down inside, everybody is. Like nobody want to hear you worked on something for 2 years and then I hate you, you garbage, die.
I saw you say, I think it was in the Washington Post, you said that you wake up, you go through your Twitter, you shift through all the hate just looking for some constructive criticism.
Yeah, I feel like reality might lie within, you know, somewhere between you're the greatest of all time or you're the worst rapper of all time. And subconsciously, maybe I'm just, you know, in that never-ending search for what's really out there, what's reality. You know what I'm saying?
My father always told me, you're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as bad as they say you are. As long as you keep that mentality, you good.
That's very true.
And all you got to do is don't pay Tiara Thomas. Just make sure she don't get her royalties and publishing
he took
from
her
bad.
up and put Rihanna on. You know, I like that.
I mean, we just
version.
did it was a remix.
It was a remix, yeah. But
that came out real fast.
Came out super duper
fast. Nah, man, because Tiara's still on the album. She's on track 16, right? 17.
Yeah, 16 last joint.
Yeah.
Now you performed the other night in the city. Jay-Z came through.
Was he there?
They said Jay-Z was there.
Yeah.
Now when you do the performance and you have artists like Jay or some of the big artists that I'm sure you looked up to, does that make your performance even better or harder, or you get nervous?
You know what? The thing that really makes my shows better is the girls, though. If I know in my mind there's like 4 like bad chicks that I specifically know. In my mind, I'm thinking about them when I'm performing. Like, when you outside hooping, like, and there's girls at the court, you extra got more handles than you normally got and all that. So that's how I treat my shows. You know that feeling? You be having the extra, like, some more bunnies, everything. You just a little bit better than normally when the girls come out.
All right, we got more with Wale. Don't go anywhere. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Power 105.1 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We have Wale in the building. You want to holler at him? 800-585-1051. Charlamagne?
Are you happy that you missed the rush of last week?
It would have been fun to be in that because I think I got the best album of the summer.
I like this, though. I like this day for you. Your lane is clear. It's exciting.
You also said when you did the Crown interview with Elliot Wilson, you said when you're in the studio, you're trying to go at Jay-Z's neck.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. We train to be like that. Like we train machines. Like
it's a competition. I'm sure y'all keep Jay-Z sharp too.
Hell yeah, we all keep it. If you in that elite group of rap niggas, like I think you contribute to that. You know what I'm saying? I hope so.
Does he have conversations with y'all, like you and Cole, being that all of y'all are with Rock Nation, about being those new guys? And
I play my record for him before it dropped. You know, he helped me like structure a couple records on the album and stuff like that. But our relationship more so is like, is this a good business move? Is this a bad move? Okay, yeah, now, all right, cool.
All right.
So your album is already #1, right? As soon as it was released.
Yep.
Do numbers matter to you, really?
They do, as much as I want to say it don't.
Especially with everybody selling last week. They did. They put up some numbers on the board last week.
Everybody watching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be like the weak link. You know?
And it affects things too. It affects your money at the end of the day, like shows that you're gonna do, and
money.
You don't care about that.
No, not at all.
Yo, Wale get booked, yo. He gets booked everywhere.
Wale has never really cared about money, but that's what makes money come more to you.
Because it ain't about the skill. Like if skill was, you know, for, like directly your money, like Joel Ortiz and them niggas be millions. You know what I'm saying? Gazillionaires. You know what I'm saying?
So where do you find that medium of being excellent at your craft and also making the money? I.e. a whole.
I honestly ain't thinking about the money at all. Right? At all. Like if I can go, Mr. Accountant, can I go buy this white Maybach? Oh, I'm good. Cool. I don't even really care right now. It'll change. Maybe when I have kids and a wife and all that, but like, no, I don't really care about the money.
Is that something you think about, having kids?
Hell yeah.
So you ready to settle down?
Man, I be seeing you with your kids and going to the...
That's the best part. That's the best part.
I want that. I think everybody want that.
But soon or in the future?
Soon.
So what's the bigger thrill for you? Being able to call your accountant and get that white Maybach, or somebody coming to you and being like, yo, The Gifted was a classic?
B. But they gotta mean it though. They can't just be saying that for a retweet.
For a picture. Yeah.
For a retweet.
But it seems like you're probably too busy to date right now.
We gotta apply different rules in dating now. Like if a girl gonna try to get with me, she gotta understand, like, I move around a lot. Can you move around a lot? Do you have frequent flyer miles? Can you get on this bird?
She has to have frequent flyer miles?
I mean, she just gotta be able to move.
Because you know what, every time
you
come up here, Wale,
that's the second question.
every time you come up here, a whole bunch of girls tweet me like, tell Wale I love him, give Wale my number. I get a whole bunch of tweets about it.
You know, I don't take that type of stuff too seriously, because in my mind, I feel like any dude in my shoes would get that same type
But what do you look for though, for women that want to know?
A proactive woman, like a girl who don't gotta be told to do nothing. Like she already know, like, oh, okay, my man like this type of sandwich.
Roll my weed.
This type of sandwich. Cool, I'm gonna get that ready. I'm gonna have some macaroni and cheese for him ready when he get off this plane. You know what I'm saying? The intangibles.
Sound like he looking for a slave.
No, he doesn't.
Clean the house like this. Now, you didn't make the hottest MCs list last year. This year, do you feel like if you don't make it this year, enough's enough now?
I won't know until that moment happens. Until they snub me again, I won't know. The Grammy nomination was fun though.
I'd rather have
that. Was a good stab. Good shot.
I work for MTV, so you know I love the MTV awards.
They don't
cool.
But I don't agree with the list.
Wale doesn't have that big of a chip. He did have Sway host his listening session, so he ain't that mad.
Don't lose your job over it, man.
Hey, I'm cool.
Ain't worth it.
I'm cool.
Do good by them white folks.
Absolutely. I am not going to let you niggas ruin playing God and the white man God for me.
All right, well, stupid. It's the Breakfast Club. It's Power 105.1 Wale.
Yeah.
There we go. It's Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Shout out to the boy Wale for stopping through. If you want to see the full interview, you can hit up the website, power1051fm.com, keyword Breakfast Club.
You know who I'm upset didn't come promote that album this go around?
Who's that?
Even though I love her? Who? Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
Even though she had just been here a little while ago, I wanted her to come back because her album came out last week too. I would drink champagne out of Kelly Rowland's navel. You hear me?
All right.
Okay.
Well, since you're saying that, and rumors, we are going to talk about numbers and how albums did in their first week. Yeezus, Mac Miller, and of course J. Cole. Also, Chris Brown in trouble again. He's being charged with a hit and run, criminal hit and run.
Well, we get into that at 7:50, but right now, caller 105-800-585-1051. You get a $100 Fairway Market gift card. All right, stop by their newly reopened Red Hook, Brooklyn location. Good luck. It's Power 105.1 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's get into the rumors. Let's find out about.
You all right? What is in your mouth?
You know what it was? I didn't think we had any more time, so I spit my food out and I ran back here, but we have more time.
Why didn't you swallow?
Walk down this road if you want to. That's how you get out of this one.
Let's get to the rumors.
Listen up.
It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club on Power 105.1.
So let's talk about album sales. First week album sales are all the albums that came out last week. Now, Kanye West, a Yeezus album, we thought it was going to do a little bit better, but he did 328,000. That's still respectable.
Yeah, I think the word got out how whack the album is. So people
They
fell
had
back from
projected
it.
to do more than that at first, but that's still good. All right. And J. Cole is number 2 on the charts, and he sold 297,000 for his Born Sinner album. That's actually
Congratulations,
higher.
Tim. That's dope.
Round of applause for J. Cole.
Absolutely.
Very dope album.
That's higher than they thought it was going to be. And Mac Miller's watching movies with the sound off, 101,000 in at 3rd place, and he's independent.
Round of applause for Mac Miller.
That's
Salute to
dope.
him. Very dope
So Mac
album.
Miller made more money than everybody off his
Absolutely,
album.
positively made more money than all of them.
My favorite
our
song on
girl-
that album is I Remember, too.
Our girl Kelly Rowland, Talk a Good Game, 66,000 in the first
Round of
week.
applause for Kelly
That's
Rowland.
good for Kelly.
I want to drink Remy Martin out her navel, and I want somebody for my birthday to get me her album cover as a poster, please, for Talk a Good Game. You see
Okay.
this?
I
This
see.
is definite masturbation material right
Oh,
here,
my
ladies and
goodness.
gentlemen.
All right, now Chris Brown. Let's just talk about a couple things that's going on with him. First of all, he has been charged with criminal hit and run, and that is for a minor accident that he had last month. He rear-ended a Mercedes, and allegedly he refused to give over his driver's license number, and he gave bogus insurance information and then left the scene. Well, he's been charged with that, and those crimes are punishable by a maximum of 6 months in jail for each offense.
He's not going to get no time.
They're also going to refer the matter to the LA County DA for a possible probation violation.
So he might get time.
He might get time.
Now, Chris Brown did tweet out, she contacted the cops thinking of a payday from Chris Brown when I followed the proper procedures. I have a valid driver's license and I gave the woman the right info. She saw cameras and wanted to make a scene. It's not a hit and run. If you get out the car, exchange info. No damage to either car. This is really ridiculous. And he also made his avatar a picture of the woman's car.
Please, whoever got that chicken foot buried in Barbados with Chris Brown's name on it, please dig it up. Enough is enough, man. I know roots when I see it. Somebody got voodoo on Chris Brown.
Stop it.
Well, Chris Brown, more stuff on him. Now, remember we told you about that woman that accused him of seriously injuring her leg while they were in Anaheim at Club Heat?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're saying that she's full of it. They actually have video footage of her walking on that leg that she says that Chris Brown seriously injured minutes after the incident, and she's telling the bodyguards, the security at the club, F all y'all. And so now she's saying that both of her legs were hurt. Her whole lower body was in pain. And at that time, her left leg hurt more than her right. And she...
That chick looks like, well, with the crutches and everything, she looks like how the girl Miguel leg drop should have looked after the Billboard Awards.
But she was fine. And last but not least, Meek Mill. We told you about his artist Little Snoop, who was shot and killed. He was just turned 18 years old. Well, the person who was accused of shooting him has turned himself in, surrendered to authorities. His name is Tony D. Holden. He's 36 years old.
36 years old.
And he's been booked on 1 count each of first-degree murder, armed robbery, and illegal possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
That's crazy.
36 years old, murking an 18-year-old for nothing.
Half his age.
They said over a video game. That's what I said.
Over a video game. Let's get some Ain't No Rape popping out there in that jail wherever he's at. Come on.
Okay, and that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
Thank you, Miss Yee. Charlamagne.
Yes.
804 Donkey today.
Yeah, so we'll be discussing one of my favorite things in the whole world.
Uh-oh, what's
What?
that?
Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster.
You love those?
I haven't had those in a minute.
How many calories are in one of those?
Don't even worry about it. When you divulge in something like that, you don't worry about the calories. But somebody took it a little too far.
All right. We'll talk about it at 804. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Donkey today is up next. Let's take a quick look at Dunkin' Donuts traffic report. George Washington Bridge, 60 minutes into the tolls, 40 minutes on the lower level. Lincoln Tunnel, 45 in. Holland Tunnel, 25 in. Tapestry Bridge looks pretty good.
I was born a donkey. It's the donkey of the day.
That's time for the donkey of the day.
That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possible. The Breakfast Club on Power 105.1.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for June 26 goes to Kevin Shalin, a food writer and critic who went to one of the most wonderful places on earth to eat, Red Lobster. When I'm hungry and I see a Red Lobster, I scream out, "Look at God." But Kevin hasn't been into a Red Lobster since he was 5 years old. He's in his 40s now, so he went there for the first time in 30-plus years, and he ate a Cheddar Bay biscuit. Now, if you love Red Lobster like I love Red Lobster, then you know what the crack is in that building. The Cheddar Bay biscuit. Look at God. I don't know what they put in those Cheddar Bay biscuits, but if you are a weak-minded person who is prone to addiction, the Cheddar Bay biscuits aren't for you. Kevin Shalin learned that the hard way. Witnesses say Kevin sat down at the bar while he was waiting on the table, and he decided to try one of the Cheddar Bay biscuits. His reaction, and I quote, Kevin thought they were the most wonderful things he ever placed in his mouth. But it didn't stop there.
Wow.
Kevin, who hadn't been to Red Lobster since he was 5, turned to a fellow guest and asked, "Are these Cheddar Bay biscuits really free?" The guest, whose name was Kelly G, told Kevin, "Heck yeah, they free. Eat as many as you want." Well, Kevin must have been high on the finest of sour diesel because he immediately ate 30 Cheddar Bay biscuits.
30?
Yes. It didn't stop there. And then he asked the manager about the record for most Cheddar Bay biscuits eaten at one time. And then he proceeded to devour 415
Oh my goodness.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
You're lying.
I can't make this up, people. Well, I guess the record was 415. He didn't quite make it to 415. They said after 412 biscuits, Kevin started feeling dizzy. Friends told him to stop, but he ate 413. Immediately after that, Kevin fell on the ground convulsing. You want to know why? Well, doctors believe the butter from the biscuits blocked signals coming from Kevin's brain, and hospital officials have drained approximately 2 gallons of butter
Wow.
from Kevin Shalin's butt.
From his butt?
Well, it wasn't his butt, but they drained it from somewhere. And he is expected to make a full recovery and is expected to be released in time for his visit to Golden Corral's Chocolate Wonderfall later next week.
Now that sounds interesting. What is that?
I have no idea.
Chocolate Wonderfall?
Listen, Kevin Shalin, I love Red Lobster, but do you know how stupid Death by Cheddar Bay Biscuit would look on the cause of death section on your death certificate? Give Kevin Shalin the biggest hee-haw.
Chocolate.
Listen, there's 3 types of people who don't deserve Cheddar Bay Biscuits because they can't handle it. Gluttons, because they OD, i.e. Kevin Shalin. Number 2, people who are prone to addiction because those biscuits are addicting, i.e. Kevin Shalin. And the 3rd person that don't deserve Cheddar Bay Biscuits is hoes. You don't take no hoes, no random ass broads to Red Lobster. Red Lobster is a strictly wifey spot. Word to Riley Freeman.
Taking women out to eat, giving them free meals? What part of the game is that? You taking her to Red Lobster with the cheddar biscuits. The fam ain't eating cheddar biscuits, but this random broad is eating cheddar biscuits.
You don't take no random broad, no hoes to Red Lobster, B. That's Guy Cola.
Just to rewind, it's called the Chocolate Waterfall.
Chocolate Wonderfall. It's like a waterfall full of chocolate.
What are you thinking about?
I just looked up Chocolate Waterfall, and in the Urban Dictionary, that is a term for when you have a lot of Mexican food and take laxative, and then you have an enormous amount of anal discharge the following day. They call that a chocolate waterfall.
Oh, we just call that diarrhea where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Angela and Charlamagne, for that donkey of the day. Now, up next is Ask Yee. If you need relationship advice or butt advice, Yee's here for you. 800-585-1051. Maybe you're having a chocolate waterfall and need to know how to stop.
Wow, there's even more definitions.
All right, I was joking.
Please Google this.
800-585-1051. Ask Yee's next.
Chocolate waterfalls are very warm in the winter.
You gotta look this up.
It's disgusting. We got Ann Jax. What's your question for Ask Yee?
So, Angela Yee, should I let money come between a 15-year relationship with a good friend of mine?
A guy friend borrowed money from you?
Yeah, a guy friend borrowed money from me, but then tried to pay me back with a fake $100 bill.
So how much did he borrow?
I let him borrow $100, and it's not even the amount of the money, it's the fact that he tried to pay me back with a fake $100 bill.
Did he know it was fake?
He knew it was fake.
Okay, so he just gave you this fake $100 bill.
He tried to lie and say it was the same $100 bill that I gave him when I lent it to him 3 weeks ago.
So he's saying he borrowed money from you and just held on to it for 3 weeks and then tried to give it back?
Yeah, try to act like I'm supposed to believe that.
All right, what you need to do is, and yeah, money is a big reason for people to not be friends anymore. I get it. It's the principle of it. You need to just tell him, dude, do you want us to not be friends anymore over $100? Just give me back my money.
So just sit him down and talk to him about it?
Absolutely. That's supposed to be your friend in 15 years. You should be able to tell him anything. And I would say that if he still insists on not giving you your money, then that's not really your friend anymore. But if he can say, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry, you know, here's the money that I owe you or whatever, then I think that's all good. But don't let him lie to you.
Yeah,
for $100, we're not going to be friends no more? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how I feel, because it's only $100. You know what I'm saying? I can make that in a week, but it's just the principle of the matter. You try to pay me back with a fake one. You feel me?
You can make that in a week, bro. Woo.
I can make more than that.
All right, there you go.
It's all about communication. Just communicate and see, you know, you guys can work that out.
You know why he gave you fake money, though?
He's a fake friend.
Because he thought you was a fake nigga.
Yep. Oh, stop it, man. Have a good morning. Now, if you can't get through the phone lines, you can also hit up the email, breakfastclubam@gmail.com. You got any good one, G?
Yes, and this girl says that she doesn't know what to do about her best friend. They've been friends for 8 years since she was a freshman in high school. Now she's finishing her senior year in college. And she has a male friend she's known about the same amount of time. Now, later on, they started messing around, her and her male friend. They intended to start a relationship, but after they had sex, he put all these boundaries, like when they could have sex, who she could tell about it. We stopped being friends because he was very rude and nasty to her in front of other people. And she just doesn't like him. She don't mess with him at all anymore, you know? Now, her best friend is actually hanging out with this guy after all this went down, and she knows the whole story. So she said, do I have the right to be mad at her even though he and I were never a couple? and he embarrassed and humiliated her. Her friend says that she's being petty and she needs to get over it. They don't even know each other. They only know each other because of the stories that they told. She told both of them. So basically, they know each other through her.
All right, so what should she do, right?
Mm-hmm. That's her best friend.
800-585-1051. What should she do? It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. It's Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We're in the middle of Ask Ye, and you got a good email, Ye?
Yes, and I'm not going to say her name, sorry. I got an email. She said that she is best friends with this girl for 8 years. And she also started messing with this guy around the same, they were friends for the same amount of time, but she started dating him. Now, they had sex, and then he started being rude and nasty to her in front of other people. She stopped dealing with this guy. She gets angry whenever she talks about him. Of course, she confided in her best friend about him. But now her best friend went ahead and started chilling with the guy, smoking weed with him on more than one occasion. She said that she's mad, even though she was never a couple with this guy. Her friend knew everything that went down and knew that it would piss her off. Her friend said that she's just being petty. What would you do if your best friend was hanging out with somebody who embarrassed and humiliated her?
800-585-1051. What should she do? It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Good morning. It's Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's time for Ask Ye. Now, Ye, you got a good email?
Yes, this girl says that her best friend of 8 years, they're not getting along right now because she started messing around with this guy that she was friends with at first, and he started being really rude and nasty to her and saying who she could and couldn't tell about it. So now she doesn't mess with him. She gets angry whenever she talks about him. Of course, she confided in her best friend about it, but her best friend went ahead and went and chilled and smoked weed with him on more than one occasion. She said her best friend is telling her that she's being petty because she's like, yo, why are you hanging out with this dude when you know I don't like him? The other thing is they only know each other through her, so she had no reason to even go and do that. Is she being petty?
Hello, who's this?
Gotti,
what should she do?
Well, she needs to drop both of them because that being her best friend for 15 years, she should know better.
8 years.
8 years? It's still a long time. That's your best friend for 8 years?
Right. And this guy should mean nothing to her. You see how he hurt her feelings and she don't mess with him?
Exactly.
Yes, unnecessary.
And she knows the story behind what the man did to her and you're still going to talk to him?
And chill with him? That's crazy.
Yeah, you need to drop both of them.
All right, thank you, Mama. Hello, who's this?
Strong Arm.
Strong Arm. What should she do, Strong Arm?
I think she should sit down and talk to her friend. If you're a real friend, you'll understand where she's coming from.
Well, she did talk to her. Her friend said that she's being petty.
Oh, you did talk to your friend. I think you got to move on because true friends don't supposed to do stuff like that.
That's what I always say. Loyalty is important.
Loyalty is everything. When you got friends, when I don't like nobody, you don't like them. When I divorce them, you divorce them. When I get rid of them, you get rid of them. And that's how it's supposed to go.
Hey, that's a very diplomatic, civil answer you gave for a name like Strong Arm.
Yo, man, that's what it is, baby.
All right, thanks, bro.
No problem, y'all.
So, yeah, you agree?
Well, I think that, the fact that it would be different if they were all friends with each other from the beginning. But because that was her friend and she introduced the two of them, yes, you do need to fall back. There's no reason for you to hang out with this dude after you knew how she disrespected your best friend.
Okay.
She was friends with him beforehand, then all bets are off.
All right. Well, thank you, Ye. We do this every Wednesday. You can ask Ye. Just hit her up on the email, breakfastclubam@gmail.com. Now, we got rumors coming up, Ye?
And Rihanna does not hold back. She's very upset about someone who wrote a scathing article about her being a bad girl and how she's a bad role model for the young girls. Well, Rihanna responded on Instagram and she went in.
Okay, well, we'll find out all about it at 8:50. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. It's Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. 8:38. Yeah, we got rumors coming up.
Yes, we are going to be talking about Rihanna. She got really mad at a writer for saying some negative things about her and how she's not a great role model. Also, this was a blind item, and now we've just been given the answer. What rapper, who has a real name that's very unusual, is actually messing around with one of the girls that he used to have menages with his fiance?
Okay.
Still.
We find out at 8:50. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Come on.
Wow.
You gonna die, man.
He definitely gonna die.
Why would you be eating a hot
You definitely
dog
gonna
right
die.
now?
You're gonna die early.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
You eat terribly.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, let's get to the rumors. Rihanna, she's all over it.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club on Power 105.1.
So Rihanna is not too happy about an article that was written about her in the Daily Mail by a writer named Liz Jones. Now, in the article, Liz Jones says about Rihanna, I wish she would stop infecting our high streets with her gun tattoos, her false nails and fake hair, her bogus badass shenanigans that try to portray her as real, as street, as her own person, as strong and single-minded. Well, I guess Rihanna read the above-named article as well because she went ahead and posted a picture of Liz Jones on Twitter that's not very attractive. And she said, LOL, my money got a bad habit of pissing people off. If you sincerely want to help little girls more than their own parents do, here's a toxic tip. Don't be amateur with your articles. You sound bitter. She went ahead to call her menopausal, and she said, role model is not a position or title that I have ever campaigned for, so chill with that. I got my own effed up ish to work on. I'll never portray that as perfect, but for right now, it's me. Call it what you want.
That's the realest thing she says. She got her own effed up stuff to work on, so how can you judge someone like that? Because we all got stuff we got to work on.
Yeah. All right, Joe Budden and Tahiri, they have broken up yet again, but Joe Budden is hinting that Tahiri is pregnant. Now he tweeted her at The Real Tahiri, I know it's over between us, but you should be thinking of names in the meantime. Then he said, I forgot to tell her, ain't a real breakup if your period is late when it's happening.
That's very true. We ain't broke up if I left you a little something. I left you a little something, boy. We ain't broken up yet.
Then somebody tweeted him, what do you be doing to mess up these relationships? And he tweeted that person and said, she mad I had another girl in my bed. Overreacting again.
That is true.
I don't think that's overreacting,
that is
Joe.
overreacting.
You had another girl in your bed.
But you know how Joe Budden
and
is.
And you're saying that she's pregnant as well. Come on.
I got you. You ain't going nowhere there.
Got you. What is that?
Joe. That's what you should tweet out next, Joe. Got you.
Okay. And then she should tweet him back and say, well, it's not yours. All right, now let's talk about this blind. Now let's talk about this blind item that was posted a little while ago. What rapper who has a real name that's unusual as a stage name might want to tell his celebrity girlfriend before they get married that he has been seeing that other person they had the triple play with on the side? So they've been sneaking around. They're saying that it is Wiz Khalifa. So they're saying that he's been sneaking around on Amber with somebody they've been having threesomes with.
Well, that's not sneaking around then.
Well, it is if you're not telling the person.
Is it really cheating?
The rule of a threesome is that y'all all three have to be in it together. You can't see someone behind someone's back.
All right, so I didn't tell you, but is that really cheating? If you already know I'm banging this chick anyway.
And I have a surprise for you. Jay-Z's going to be doing a surprise concert. Now,
it's not a surprise.
I can't give you too many details except to tell you that it's going to be on top of the Ed Sullivan Theater next month on July 8th.
It's a surprise, but Angela Yee just told you the date and location, but it's a surprise.
It's a surprise, so don't tell anybody, okay? And that is your Rumor Report. I'm Angela Yee.
Thank you, Miss Yee. Up next, you know it's Wednesday, so it's time for Workout Wednesday Mix. Let me know what you want to hear. 800-585-1051. We got you. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Come on in. Shout out to Omi Wale. That one features Meek Mill. His album's in stores right now. Name of the album is The Gifted.
The Gifted.
Shout out to Wale for stopping through. If you want to hear Wale's our interview with Wale and that joint again, you can hit up the website power1051fm.com, keyword Breakfast Club.
It's a tough tune right there.
Yep.
Not mad at that at all.
Yes. Now tomorrow, Adrian Broner.
Oh, the boxer.
That's a wild boy.
He'll be hanging with the Breakfast Club.
That was a great fight on Saturday night.
Adrian Broner's a wild boy.
Yeah, he's a boxer that's he's flashier than Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather was flash at his prime. When Floyd Mayweather was talking that ish, this guy is times 50.
Well, he's only 23 years old. He's young.
Yeah, you saw him fight Saturday on Showtime against Paulie
Malignaggi.
Malignaggi.
Mm-hmm.
He banged Paulie's side chick.
Malignaggi.
He banged Paulie's side chick and beat Paulie in a split decision.
So he'll be hanging with us tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call him Paulie from now on. Paulie Malignaggi.
Paulie. Now Cherry Martinez is up next. And Charlamagne.
Wait. One more thing. We're going to be hanging out with Charlamagne. Your birthday's Saturday, Charlamagne, right?
Born day is Saturday, yes.
All right, so we're going to be partying. We're all going to be together tonight, right?
Yeah, we got a party tonight.
It's not open to the public.
No, it's not, but I'm just letting you know where we're going to be tonight. But I am going to be at Marlowe's in Jersey, okay, in Irvington before I go there. So I'll be there at 8, and then I'll be with Charlamagne directly after.
Salute to the homie Melanie Iglesias. My man DJ Vlad. We all celebrating our born days tonight.
Oh, DJ Vlad too?
Yeah, I think Vlad's born day is actually today, if I'm not mistaken.
What up, Vlad?
Yeah. And shout out to Melanie. She's so cute.
Yeah, hers was last week. Yeah, so we're all celebrating tonight. Our born day party tonight.
Okay.
And salute to Remy V too.
And Angela Yee.
And DJ SNS and DJ Frosty. And let's stop talking about something that is private.
That's what I said.
You talk about your privates all the time.
If I was a listener, I wouldn't give a damn. Like, that's for y'all. You ain't anybody me.
Well, leave us on a positive note.
There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve, and that is the fear of failure.
All right.
Think it, dream it, do it.
All right, you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Good morning.
Breakfast Club, bitches!